What's good? Yeah, let me start over. I didn't like the way I said that. Hi YouTube, what's good? It's Lmarkeinparis here. I'm back with another video. Thank you for stopping by my channel, Clutch Your Closet. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and be a part of the Clutch family. I know you're gonna love me. I love me. My intros are always weird. I know, don't tell me. So today is a quick video. Well, maybe it won't be too quick because I'm doing a talk through. So those are always like not quick, but I wanted to show you guys like my everyday makeup routine. Is very easy. I don't do a whole lot. Like, I mean, maybe it is a lot of steps, but if you have time, do it. You can miss some steps. Like, you don't have to do everything I'm doing. And another thing about that I want to say about makeup is that do makeup for your face. Like, don't watch these YouTube videos and be like, oh, I should try this. Like, you might not have that girl's facial shape. So do it for your face. Do it the way that you want to do it. Makeup is fun. Have fun with it. There are no steps to doing makeup. Some people do foundation first, some people do eyes first. However you want to do it, do it. Like, I'm not a professional. More than likely you're not either, because you're watching the video for fun. And if you are professional and you do things a certain way, that's your way of doing it. Good luck with that. I love that. So moving forward, we're gonna first start. Before I move forward, the reason why I don't have my hair done and I have on this turban is because sometimes YouTubers come on here and they have everything done, like their hair and everything, and to me it takes away from the makeup. Like, I will show you the final result. Once we do the makeup, I will do my hair off camera and come back and show you guys what I'm wearing. It's basically lounge stuff because we're quarantined, but I'll show you the whole getup. But let's get started. Okay, so first I'm gonna prime my face with the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. It's a primer on the go, and I actually love this stuff. It's kind of like a gel consistency. Something just came out. Hold on. It's a gel consistency. I don't put that much because it is like gel-like. So I just kind of rub it in my face, get my face going, dab it on my chin, my forehead, nose. And you kind of want to rub upward because I'm 34, just turned 34 in May. And we want the skin to stay as supple, wrinkle-free as possible. So I even put a little bit on my eyelids. A lot of people don't, but I put a little bit on my eyelids. It helps my eyeshadow adhere a little bit better and last longer. So there we go. We got our primer, right? So I like to do my foundation next. Some people do their eyes next. I do foundation. So I mix like a couple of foundations together because my skin, guys, my skin tone is like so weird. Like, even when I go to get my makeup done from a professional in a department store, if I have a makeup artist come to my house, they mix foundations together just to get my skin tone. So I like to actually put this black Radiance color. I think you call it Bisque or Bisque. I like to actually put it, like, dab it on my face, and then the rest of the foundations that I mix together, I put them on the back of my hand and kind of warm them up. Make sure when you're starting your makeup that you're starting with clean hands, especially nowadays. Don't nobody want corona. You definitely don't want to be touching your face and touching your items with dirty hands. That's just a no-no. No. So no. So that was Black Radiance. I also take this color e.l.f. Excuse the bottle, it's all messy. It's the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the color Almond, and it says medium with peachy undertones. That's definitely me. So I take like 2 pumps of that, put it on the back of my hand, and I don't use a lot of foundation because I find that the more you use, like, your skin looks cloggy, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants clogged pores. I'm also using, I got this from Target, it's the Haley's Reset Liquid Foundation in 5.25. It's in the warm shade because I feel like now that I haven't been getting much sun, I haven't been outside, guys, I've been inside, that I am extra light. I mean, can you guys relate? if you have my skin tone. And I kind of like mix them together. I'm using this flat top foundation brush, and it's by Sonia K. You can find this in Target as well. I don't know the number of the brush. I will probably have to link it in the description box below. But I just kind of go in circular motions, really soft on my face to kind of put the foundation on my face. And I make sure that it's all evened out. And you see how all 3 of those foundations basically turn into my skin tone color? That's amazing that I can mix all those foundations and I get the perfect shade. I wish I could just find that shade in one foundation, but sometimes that's not possible. So I kind of like to go up in my hairline, because sometimes when I see photos of people, they don't go up in their hairline and you can see the line from where they put on foundation and their hairline, and that's not always a cute look. I also like to go underneath the chin. I mean, who wants a different color chin or neck? You also have to do your neck. As you can see, I have a little double chin going on. This quarantine has been good to me. I've been eating. Mama's been eating. I need to back away from the table. But that's okay. So we're blending, and that's what I love about this flat top brush. It really gets in your skin and it really blends. I go on top of my eyelids too. And some people don't go over their lips, but I do, with what's left over on the brush. So there you have it. And I like to blend a lot, so that's why I'm still blending, guys. So as you can see, before I started, I had 2 dark marks, one right here, one right here. Mother Nature came. She was not good to me, and I have not been able to get rid of those dark marks. So I kind of like to, we're not going to use that one. We're going to go in with the e.l.f. one that we used. I kind of like to add a little extra pump of foundation there, just so I can cover it a little bit more. I don't want to completely cover it, but I just want to cover it a little bit more. Bit of this, what is this, Wet n Wild color corrector on top. And I have like little darkness around my mouth a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know if everybody has that, so I put that there. I like to put it underneath my eyes. I just turned 34, and although I don't have like dark circles, I have what they called sunken in eyes, where I feel like the collagen is just sinking in and it's causing the area to be dark. So I like to put that there. I like to put it here a little bit, and I kind of use it as like a highlighter and corrector at the same time. So I just kind of like blend this in a little bit. Well, it's starting to be a little lighter than my foundation. I probably have to go back in with something darker. And I do the same thing with this and kind of blend it in using the same brush. It's a little light right now, but we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it, don't worry. And I like to go underneath my eye just a tad bit. Sometimes I use my fingers, and people don't realize your fingers are the best tools, because before they created these brushes, what were women using? Of course, their fingers. So I blend. I'm about to use my finger right now, and just in the middle of my forehead, just to add a little lightness there. Hopefully I don't look too crazy, because I'm actually using my camera phone as a mirror. And if you guys hear a reoccurring sound in this video, it is definitely my ceiling fan. I cannot turn it off, guys. It is so hot in my apartment right now, so I can't even turn it off. So that's that. Now we're gonna go in with some eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna use this Eye Perfecting Fluid by YSL. It's actually kind of like an eye cream, but I'm using it as a primer today. Come on, come on. And it's also like a gel-like consistency. I only use a little bit though, not much, just a little bit. And if you see me looking inside of a palette, I'm using it as a mirror, guys. So sometimes I just need a mirror and I can't actually use my phone as one because I'm not in the bathroom right now. So to do eyeshadow, oh, the palette's not out here. Let me get the palette first. So the palette that we're using today is the Miss West palette by KKW Beauty. Little palette that she came out with. I like to start off with a darker shade. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Who knows? So we're gonna start off with a darker shade. But first, I'm gonna put the color corrector. I'm gonna use it as like a lightening base. Even though I primed, I want this color payoff from this color corrector on my lid. So I'm just gonna apply that directly to my lid. And I'm looking in the mirror here, guys, sorry. Apply this directly to my lid. And I like to go in with like a little bit, right? And we're just gonna smooth that out with our finger. We're not gonna use a actual brush. And sometimes it goes down into your lower lash line. That's okay, because we're gonna line that anyway. So we're blending that out. And you see how it actually looks like a shade that we put up there, but it's not. It's gonna act as a barrier between the lid and eyeshadow color that we choose to pick. Okay. So that's blended and smooth. And it did go on my bottom lash line, but that's okay. So now we're gonna go in with an actual eyeshadow brush. And I'm using this one from Crayon case. Let that pass, let that pass. Come on, sirens. And this is a small shadow blender. Actually, I think these are still available on the Crayon case website, but I'm not really sure. I'm gonna go in, I don't know what this color is called. Let me see. May 24th. It's called May 24th. And if you have the Miss West palette, check it out. It's really good. It's called May 24th. Oh, cool. My birthday's in May. I love May. So we're just gonna go over our lid with May 24th. Just the lid, okay? And we're literally gonna use like 4 eyeshadow colors because I really don't see the use in using more. So you see how light this is going on the lid, and we're just giving it a little bit of definition because all our face was one color with the foundation. So now we're just adding this shadow to give it more definition and to give it some color. We're adding color, as I say, to the face. We're adding color. So that's that. And you can take it up into your crease if you would like to. I mean, I'm doing that, as you can see. And it doesn't have to be perfect because remember, we're going to blend later. So that was May 24th. Now for the actual over May 24th in the center of May 24th. We're going to take, this is actually a crease brush. We're not going to use that. We're going to take this blending brush right here, and we're going to go into, what is this color? Marry Me Please. I guess this is called Marry Me Please. Yeah, Marry Me Please, or Please Marry Me. Please Marry Me. We're gonna go into Please Marry Me. This is a really pretty shade. As you can see, let me do a swatch for you if you haven't tried the Miss West palette. Oh, it looks like a highlighter almost. It's like really shimmery and pretty. So we're gonna put that right in the middle, and you wanna tap off the excess because sometimes you get like excess product. You don't want that lingering there. You're just gonna like put it in the middle of your lid. And if it goes on your lashes, it's perfectly fine because we're gonna be adding falsies to our lashes anyway. So you put it dead in the middle, like right in the middle. I feel like there's a fly in my room. I can hear it. Put it right in the middle of your lash. And you see it looks kind of crazy right now, but once we blend, it'll be okay. So now I'm just gonna go in with my finger and kind of like blend it out like where it was in the middle. I'm using all fingers. No fingers are off limits. You see how pretty that is? So now we want to go back in to May 24th because I feel like some of it got lost. We're just going to put it right here so it can meet Marry Me Please, or Please Marry Me. And then you want to put this on the outside too, like your outer V. The outer V of your lid, you want to put that on. So you want to go back in with May 24th and make sure you're putting it right in the edge, the corner, in the outer corner V. So I feel like it got lost once we put in that other color. If you ever feel like that, just go back in. Like, nothing's perfect. You can always go back in. So now what we want to do, we want to blend that out. Some people put tape here to like blend it out. I don't have any tape right now, so I can't really use it. I guess I could have used this to blend it out. But that's that. So now we want to focus on the upper lid, right? I'm going to give a try to Miss West. Miss West is actually a good upper lid shade. So we're going to go into Miss West. And if you have the palette, follow along. This is Miss West. It looks the same, but it's still shimmery. I don't know if the camera is giving it, you know, justice, but it's kind of like a gold shimmer color. We're gonna put it right here underneath the lid, and it kind of acts as like a highlight almost. We're gonna put that right there. So you see how that's coming along, and you kind of want to blend that in. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect now. We're gonna go back in with a nice little blending brush and blend it all together. So you're gonna go back in with Miss West. And again, Miss West is this pretty shade here. Oh, I'm gonna have to clean my palette after this. I'm getting makeup everywhere. So you're gonna just put Miss West on the rest of your lid. And then we want to kind of take our finger and blend that out just a little bit. And you're going with back and forth motions, kind of like a windshield wiper motion. You don't want to take the thing completely off, but I mainly focus the product at the end of the brow because to me that's where you need the little bit of highlight, right? So now let's go on to brows. That's our eyeshadow look, and we're gonna come back and blend after we do brows. Brows are not my favorite thing to do because a lot of people like to really go in with brows. I like a more natural brow. I don't want it to look like I have McDonald's arches or for them to be really harsh. So I'm using the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. It's the one that comes with the spoolie on one side and the actual pencil on the other side. And I really love that they made it like this so you don't have to get another spoolie. Like, who wants to deal with that? So a lot of people start from the beginning of the brow to the end, beginning of the brow. And how you do your brows is you line up your pencil. So this is where my brow should start. Oh, I got a mark there. And that's where it should end. So what I'm gonna do, I can't really get in there. Like, I would have to do another tutorial for an eyebrow tutorial. But what I like to do is I start from the beginning. Some people start at the end of their brow too. So what I like to do is like kind of comb up my hairs on my brows so I can really see what's going on. Comb them up, right? Then we're gonna start lining them. And don't try to make your brows look like someone else's. Like, follow your natural arch of your brow. As you can see, my brow starts low and then it gets a little bit higher and then it goes that way. So try to follow your natural arch because then it looks more natural that way. And I actually draw my line up into my brow. A lot of people don't, but I do. So I start at the bottom and draw it up into my actual brow. It's okay if you mess up. One thing about makeup is you can wipe it off and start again. And so then I just start filling in the end, as we would say, the tail of the brow. You see that? So like this is my line that I drew. It's a little crooked today. But then you go up into the brow. So you see where I kind of messed up? I'm gonna fix that in a minute. But this one is a better example. So you draw the line down and then I'm going up into my brow. So I just kind of fill it in as I go. And then when you get towards the top, you want to do like light strokes, right? Because you want them to look more natural at the beginning of the brow versus the end of the brow. So I find that when I put the pencil upward like this, I get those natural strokes better. So now we're gonna fill in this one. And we're gonna go with those hair-like, lightly drawn strokes. And then for the top, I just like outline it at the top, which we had already started doing. So this one, we outline the top. And my eyebrows are not the same shape, but if yours are, good luck to you. So now that's my brow. So now what we want to do is make it look even more natural. So we want to go in and kind of smooth out the beginning because it looks a little harsh. It looks like, oh, she drew her brows on. So we just kind of want to spoolie the harsh line on out. And I like mine lighter at the beginning of the brow than versus the end of the brow. I don't really care about the darkness at the end, but the beginning is very, very important that it's light, because if not, it just looks like you just drew your brow on. And who wants to go around looking like that? Nobody, baby. Nobody, baby. So I brush a lot. A lot of people don't. They just do it a couple of times, but I like for it to be like the way that I like it. Like I drew on this one at the bottom too much, so you can kind of wipe it off. Okay, I think that's pretty good what I want, because I haven't had them arched in a while. Kind of like that. Let me just make this spoolie here a little bit lighter. It's a little too dark. Okay, so now underneath the brow, I'm going back in with the color corrector. No, actually I should use concealer. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer to go underneath my brow and kind of clean it up a little bit. So you just wanna draw a little bit and follow the lines. This brush is actually too thick for me, but I mean, it's really supposed to be like a highlight. We're gonna use it for that too. Just give me a minute. All right, so that's brows. And now we're gonna move on to a little bit of contouring. Should we contour? I think we should contour. Okay, so I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild contouring palette in Caramel Toffee. I never really use this side, I only use this side. So like I said, since I've gained a little weight during quarantine, we kind of want to chisel out those baby fat cheeks. So that's what we're going to do. Contouring is not as easy as it looks. I don't know why. It's just not, it's never been easy for me to do a contour. I don't even know what type of brush this is. The end has fallen off of it. So I'm just going to take it and like chisel it down my cheeks just a little bit, and I draw a line here, then I put a little bit on my forehead, just a little bit, And to me, contour sometimes acts as a bronzer. I could put a little bit right there. And then I like to come down underneath my jawline and put it here and a little bit underneath the chin. So that's all I like to do. And then I'm going to take this e.l.f. buffing foundation. It's actually a foundation brush. And I'm just going to like blend it in. Because sometimes when you don't blend in contour, it looks a little bit harsh. So we're just going to blend it in. And it also, contour adds a little bit of warmth to the skin. So we're just going to make sure you're blending, because if you're not, then when you take your pictures on your photos, you're gonna see this harsh line on your cheek. Nobody wants to see that. So you gotta blend it in. I mean, don't make it disappear, but blend it in. And so I'm just like smoothing the product out underneath my chin. And you see, it's a little bit chiseled. And it added a little bit of warmth to my forehead. I didn't really need to contour my forehead. I just wanted the warmth. So now we're gonna find some blush. Just wipe this off. I probably need to clean these brushes. It actually comes with its own brush. I'm just gonna use this one. This is the Milani blush in Berry Amore 03. So it just looks like this. And we're gonna take this little brush that it comes with, and it comes with its own mirror too. That's what I love about Milani. Like, the packaging is so good because you get the blush and then you get a little mirror. I love that. So we're gonna smile. And I'm not always the blush person. Like, sometimes I don't wear blush. You know, I feel like sometimes blush is a bit much, but we're gonna do it for you. We're gonna do it for the tube. And I really like their baked blushes. I've never worn any other blush besides Milani because they do such a great job. So we're just gonna take it back a little bit. All right, is that too much? Did I put too much blush? Is it too much blush? I don't think so. So I just like to blend mine in just a little bit, even after I do it. That's blush. Now we're going to, do I need bronzer? I don't want to put on bronzer today. So I just want to highlight, and I did not contour my nose. A lot of people contour their noses and do all that. Sometimes I don't want to. Why can't my nose just look the way it is? I'm a black girl with a big nose. And I love it. But I do like to add a little highlight to the tip, because you see I have a narrow bridge here, and then I have this little ball there that runs in my family. So I just want to kind of go back in with, what is this again? Miss West that we used earlier. I like to add it like a little bit of highlight, like act as a highlight. And you can use eyeshadows as highlights, and we're also going to use that, go back in because we had that concealer. I'm just going to put it on the edge of the brow, and you see how glowy that is. Just going to add it to the edge of the brow, and you can see how glowy that is. So can you guys see it on my tip? I don't know if it's the camera's doing it any justice, but we'll put a little bit there, put some on the cupid's bow, and then we're gonna also use it as a highlight on our cheeks. So I really like this Miss West shade because you can use it for so many different things. So just gonna act as a highlight there, and where the sun touches, you know, the sun gets there and it touches a little bit right there. And then we're gonna do the other side. And don't be scared to use highlight. Highlight is fun. Highlight is a lot of fun. And we're gonna put a little bit on the chin where our pimple is. But you see, now I have a glowy nose. And some people don't like that. Like Sir John, I interviewed him for my blog, Clutch Your Closet, and he was like, sorry guys, he was like, I am so tired of people putting highlight on their noses. And I kind of agree with him, but Sometimes a little highlight don't never hurt nobody. He said your nose just looks greasy after you do it, and sometimes that does happen. So right now we're gonna use the Clear Brow Setting Gel. This is by e.l.f. It's a little dirty. Let's wipe it off. It's by e.l.f. and you get one side clear mascara and the other side is for your brows. I use it just to set my brows. Nothing major, so my brows will stay in place all day. I don't have to worry about reapplying products. Glide it through our brows just to set them. We don't want to take off the product. We just want it to hold all day because now it's getting hot outside and we don't want makeup slipping and sliding every which way. So just gonna do that. And now we want to go in, where's the top to that? The bottom. Now we're going to conceal just a little bit. I really don't like the applicator for this concealer from e.l.f., but I have some darkness underneath here. And hopefully this will keep it. And I don't put a lot of concealer, so I really don't need a lot of concealer. Like, who needs that much concealer? And I go in and I kind of like blend it out just a little bit, and I do it underneath the eye as well. And people say, why are you doing that after foundation? I kind of want like a little highlight underneath there, but I also want to cover these nasty circles that I have. So then I go in with my foundation brush that we used earlier, and I kind of just buff that in. I'm gonna set it with some translucent powder after this. So just kind of buff the concealer in just a tad bit. And now we want to go in with our translucent powder. Where is it? It was sitting up here. I don't even know. Okay, here it is. We're gonna go in with our translucent powder, and I'm just gonna use a powder brush to let this set, just so I don't use too much, because who wants to use too much powder? So I just kind of let it settle in there, and I'm just gonna take this e.l.f. pointed powder brush, and I'm just going to use it to set my under eyes so we don't get those creases, and you can tell that I put on concealer. And as people would say, this is called baking. That's the term for it. It's okay if you get a little bit on your nose, because we don't want a greasy nose anyway. So you just want to bake, 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 bake. Bake, 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 bake your face. Bake, 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 bake. Bake, 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 bake your face. You leave that on there and let it bake. Just let it sit for a moment. Oh, I'm kind of glad it got on the side of my nose. My side of my nose is kind of greasy. Okay, let that sit momentarily. And then after that, don't let it sit too long, because you don't want a cake face. That's my thing, is you don't want to look like you have a cake face. And that was, I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. You can get that at your local Target or anywhere store near you. So now we want to focus on the lips. I am a lip girl. And then we're going to line the bottom of our lids, waterline. I like to go in with a little bit of any type of lip balm first, because I don't like dry lips. So we want to do lip balm. And yesterday I asked you guys what lip color I should use in this video. A lot of you voted on Fenty Sweet Mouth, and you also voted on YSL, so I'm just going to mix those two colors together. Let me find something to line my lips with first. I like to line my lips, and I like to make them extra juicy. Sorry guys for the lighting change. My video stopped, but it should be back to normal now. So I'm using this NYX Professional Makeup slide on glide on lip liner pencil. Is it going to tell me the color? Yes, it is, in Urban Cafe. So it needs to be sharpened. I'm trying to use the side that's kind of still sharpened, guys. So I just kind of line the bottom of my lips And I like to do the bottom like fairly thick. Then I go like this so I can get a little bit on the top. And we're gonna line our top. Don't forget to line your lips, and if you have a Cupid's bow, don't forget to line that either. So a lot of times I don't like to use liner, but for the sake of these two lip colors, I have to make them look a little bit more juicy. So my key to making them a little bit more plump and juicy is drawing lines, 3 lines. One on this side, the right side, one in the middle, one down the middle, and then one on the left side. And I only like for my bottom lip to look extra plump. Let's wipe off this powder before we look like a cake face. I don't know why everything's falling. That's not cool. So we're just gonna swipe off this powder, excess powder that we put on, because I'm tired of looking at it. Frankly, aren't you tired of looking at it too? Okay, so that's off. And so now what we wanna do is, should we use, why is everything falling? We should use Sweet Mouth. This is the Fenty Beauty Sweet Mouth. It's not a new shade, but it's not old either. So we're just gonna go here, put it on as a gloss. Kind of wanna do that. Okay. And then we're gonna go in with, I think we should go in the outer edges with the Miss West Soulmate lip gloss. I know I've said I wasn't gonna use this. And I'm gonna top it with the YSL. To me, that's a better combo. So we're gonna go on the edges with the Miss West. On the outer corners, right? All the outer corners of your lips. And then we're just gonna pat that in. We're gonna blend it out with our finger, because I find that fingers are the best tool. As I stated before, see that? And then we're just gonna top that in the middle with the YSL gloss. And this is the YSL Glazing Gloss. I don't know what color or shade, it doesn't really tell me, but you're just gonna top everything with this gloss. This gloss is super pretty, guys. Y'all see that? Oh! I'm so kissable right now. I could kiss myself. Y'all see that? You see that? That's bomb. It's a little sticky, but nevertheless, it's bomb. So now I just want to blend out this eyeshadow a little bit more, guys, because we never went back in. So now we're just going to take our brush and just kind of smooth everything out together, because we never had a chance to do that, and you're just going back and forth, right? Then we're going to wipe it off and do the other side of the eye. I mean, it's blended pretty good, but I just like to go back in. Okay, so that's that. And now I'm gonna do my lashes off camera, but this waterline is bare, right? I'm gonna take it, line the other eye. And I have sensitive eyes, guys, like they water like no other, so that's why I actually have to hold my eye down. Some people can just line it like this. I can't. As you can see, it's like a watering right now. By the end of the day, I'm sure this liner is going to be gone. Okay, so that's that. And a lot of people like to tight line their waterline, but I'm not doing that today. Lashes that I'm using are the Ardell Wispy lashes. You can get them from Target. These are what they look like. They're in black. So I'm about to apply these and I'll be right back. Hi everybody, I'm back. I added my lashes, my wispies. Oh, I can't open my mascara. Now I just want to add Lmarkeinparis Voluminous Curved Brush Mascara in Carbon Black. And it's just so I can blend my lashes with the false lashes. You guys already know that though. So you just literally you want to start where your lashes are and kind of like go upward in upward motions. You don't want to put too much, because then they get a little too dramatic. But you just kind of want to make sure that your lashes and the fake lashes are gel together and seal together. And I also like to go on top of them because this is a curved brush. You can kind of curl them a little bit. And it gives it a more realistic approach. Oh, we got some at the top. That's okay. Yeah, you can see the difference. This one you can't really see, but since I put the mascara on, you can see that this one is a little more fanned out. So you see the difference that mascara can make when putting on falsies. So that's from the side, and you can barely see that one. So now we need to add mascara to this one and kind of get in there. Don't be afraid to get in there because these are false lashes. So you could put as much product or as little product as you want. I find that L'Oreal out of drugstore mascaras have the best mascaras. Leave in the comments below if you agree with me. I just feel like they have the best. I mean, my opinion, don't shoot the messenger. So yeah, you just kind of like get in there. Get in there. Yeah, get in there. That's pretty much it, guys, for this makeup look. I'm gonna go do my hair. Wait a minute, let me fix my hair. Hi guys, I'm back. This is a hairstyle that I came up with. I didn't brush up the curls yet, I just literally curled it. So now we're gonna go in, well first let me finish this. I did not set my face with powder. So, and we did not do setting spray. So now I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. Just powder my face. Just to set my face with some powder. So we're using pressed powder. Oh, I got a little oily since doing my hair, y'all hear that? Okay. And then we're just going to lightly mist our face with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose 3-in-1 Primer Water. Okay? So you're just gonna lightly mist your face. Now for hair, I'm just going to use this Carol's Daughter Black Vanilla Hydrating Leave-In Conditioner. I'm just gonna like spray it just a little bit. Gonna run your fingers through your curls. You don't want perfect curls. I was really looking for the beach wave vibe. I curled this a little too tight today. I have a big head, so I don't really like tight curls like that. I mean, if you love it, I like it. Okay guys, so the oil that I used was the Nourishing Coconut Oil. It was bomb. So I just literally put 2 pumps, ran through my hair, and that's it. So this is your final look. I'm going to show you guys my outfit, take a couple of pictures, and insert them. Enjoy this video, and as always, stay clutch. Bye!